Yo guys, welcome back to our channels. This is your boy BrOlyGainz, and of course
Goku Plump, aka just smash that subscribe button.
we in the building right now outside.
Yeah, man.
Right now in the building outside. I want to know how y'all feeling. We got my brother right here.
Peace, peace. It's the God Human. Get it in today with the Super Saiyan.
Let's go. We got my brother over here, Fire.
Fire Vibes. First name Fire, last name Vibes.
And this topic that we're about to talk about today is very important, man, because last month was Men's Health Month. And we have that 1 month to actually emphasize and articulate and speak to each other about that. That month we were able to articulate about health and men's health and whatnot. And I find that we need to not only practice it that month, but every other month as well. So we as men come together and talk about our issues, problems, experiences in life, how we've come here today. One of the topics that I spoke about the other day was molestation. You feel me? And having an open space that's safe to be able to not be judged and speak about these things, so that you can have that support to get over these situations. You know what I mean? And one of those things is men don't have that space a lot of times. What do you guys think?
Nah, 100%.
Come close, man.
Most men don't talk to each other, you know?
Facts.
Especially about emotional issues. We all try to be the support for the people around it. So when everybody is trying to be that, nobody has a space to be vulnerable. And, you know, there's been some social engineering in that as well. You're supposed to hide those things away and not really talk about them. But, you know, when you find camaraderie, it's healthy.
Yeah, it's very important for men to be around men and just to help men grow in general. You know, of course there's a balance. You know, you got to be around women too, to be around feminine energy, be around masculine energy, to have a balance. But it seems like nowadays men are around women more because, you know, when they're around men, they're too scared of the masculinity or just jealousy going on. So
Too much competition.
yeah, too much competition basically, and you know, men start behaving like women, you know, behaving all weak.
They say
Fire,
black
what
men
do you-
have the highest suicide rate.
Men?
Black men specifically.
See?
And it's because of that, you know, not having these outlets.
Fire, what do you think, bro?
I think it's deep, you know, the fact that we're just now even speaking about mental health. This is something that we should have been aware of. This is something that we should have been up on. And now it's popular. And that's a positive thing, you know, like I can appreciate that, because me as a man, you know, I kind of like had to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't have that man, that one man that's like everybody, you know, like even though a lot of us are fatherless, you know, so I can't look at myself as a victim and take it personally, you know,
Facts.
because there's so many other kids that are going through so much worse than me. So I must be grateful for what I've experienced, you know, because I was molested as a child. You know, I was molested, and it was only one time. But imagine all those other kids that have to live with that.
Facts.
And actually, you know, experience that on a norm, and then they turn up being weird, and then they get treated like an outcast in society, you know, and it's important that we express ourselves and teach and show one another that there's another way. Like, we don't have to conform to believing that life is just one way.
Word. Yo, shouts to Fire Vibes, man. One of our peoples that we come to when we have or need any type of wisdom. One of the wisest guys out here, man. And always, for years, have the same type of energy. It's never too up or down. It's always the same consistent energy. And the thing is that it's so rare to see people display these type of energetic emotions, because emotions is not easy to control. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get rattled at any moment, given what type of situation you're in. So I always gotta commend Fire Vibes for putting us in a good vibe. You know what I mean? Because sometimes even in Miami, you could get lost.
Yeah.
So you got to have people around you that, you know what I mean, helps you to stay grounded. You can't have people around you that's going to make you fly away in space and then you continue to be lost.
Yeah.
Right, you gotta learn how to be with yourself.
Word.
Learn how to love yourself. Because without you, there's nothing. It's you, then it's everything else. Like when people ask me what's my age, I don't even subscribe to that and lower myself to this time that we consider a reality, because it's man-made. We know the difference between what's creation or what people call God or the universe is made and what a man makes. So when we limit ourselves to what man makes, then we become limited.
Yeah, that's a fact.
When we're magical beings,
Word.
we're beyond sayings, you know.
Word.
And through your work and your practice, it comes to fruition.
Facts.
Your gift.
Facts.
Yeah, and that's your life.
That's a fact. That's
So
a fact.
y'all a true and living example of taking your life and making it to creation and a gift and bringing it forth. And I'm grateful to be here. Thank you.
Word. Thank you, King.
Thank
Word.
you for
Yo, shout out to my guy
bringing
Fire,
me in.
man.
You know what I mean?
Word.
For real.
Word.
Yes.
Word.
Love.
Word.
You know,
Unity, you know, brotherhood. This is
Facts.
what's needed,
Yeah.
because there's so much disunity and so much foolishness, so much distractions,
yes.
so much things that we feel like we think is cool, like, you know, hugging our brothers. We think that that's not cool or that's soft.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's soft to be corny. It's soft to not show love.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, a lot of things today with men is men are being valued. I want to talk about that, like men being valued for money. You know, we were watching a video earlier, one of our videos. A guy just came up to us and he challenged us. He challenged us, you know, to do a workout, and all he kept saying is, "Oh, we're broke. He got money." I don't know if he has money or not, but those are the things that he just valued as a man,
Right.
and it's sad.
Right.
You know, it's really sad. It's valuing those things outside of who you truly are.
But
Yeah.
sadness is necessary to balance our happiness.
Yeah.
So sadness is not necessarily a bad thing. You know, it's okay to see ignorance play itself out, because they have to go through what they go through to you know, because that was an opportunity for him to grow and learn. He could have humbled himself, but he didn't. But he'll remember that when he's by himself and he can't go to sleep. And he's replaying things back in his mind.
That's a fact.
You got, because you all he's doing is projecting. Because if you're not leading by example, what good are you?
That's a fact.
If you're not showing somebody how to get money and you talking shit about them, oh, they ain't got money, what do you? How better are you than them?
Right.
That you got so much money and that other person doesn't, and you talking shit about them?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want that? See them make money.
That's a fact. That's
You know
a
what I'm saying?
fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Our
That's a fact.
value system has been, you know, the goalposts have been moved around.
Yeah.
And what used to make a traditional man valuable is no longer valuable. Income was a large portion of that, but a man's intellect, his, you know, what kind of security he provided for the loyalty to the family, just values, principles. A man is order, law. That's what he brings to the family.
Facts.
That's that discipline. That's what the sun brings to the solar system. That's
Facts.
what your heart brings to, you know, your body. Like governance. So I feel like when a man has all of the other things covered, monetization is simple.
Yeah.
You know, and that's when you can see that's just two ways to go about getting money, right? You can play the game and cater to everybody else's systems, or you can become a complete man and live in accordance with your principles, you know, how you want to, and do so with integrity. And the money's gonna come. You being yourself, you know, and I think everybody, just as Fire was talking about, we see all the wrong things. You know, everybody, we hype up the wrong things.
Yeah.
But at our core, we all know it's real. You know what I
Facts,
mean? Like
facts.
nobody can lie to themselves,
Facts.
and you can't fake frequency. So everybody values those attributes.
Yeah.
You can a person who with discipline. Everybody can hate on him, but everybody hating on him values and respects that. Oh, he moves like that.
Yeah.
I can't shake him with no words, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm 100% in agreement. We can we focus on instilling those values, principles, routines, and just growing communally.
And then, you know,
the last of our concerns.
That's the
and,
fact.
you know, a lot of men are doing things for women too, instead of doing things like for themselves, just to find who they truly are too. And that's what money does. Is like people make money for women. They make money so they can have nice cars.
Right.
They can have they can wear nice clothes to impress women.
Some
So,
people even go to the gym for women.
yeah. So like men need to know how to find themselves, to find
Love
who they
themselves.
truly-
I move like
Love
I'm broke.
themselves.
Know themselves.
I be moving like I'm
Know
so broke.
themselves.
Word.
They need to
I'm
know
hiding
themselves.
Learn
Because you're
themselves.
you're not lost. You're always where you're at. Everywhere you go, it's always now.
You
So,
are 0 point.
With this awareness, you show improve because of that awareness.
Facts.
And that's when you know. Because
Facts.
when when you're not lost, you don't need to be found. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. That's a fact.
But when you're lost, you're gonna eventually become found at some point or another.
Well, you said something about loving yourself. Actually, yesterday when you did the
But all of the above, we got to
footage.
do all of that. We got to love. Pardon me, I
No,
didn't
no,
cut
I didn't
you
mean
off.
to cut you off.
We got to find something.
Yeah, you gotta find, yeah.
Love self, know self.
But all that plays together, you know. You have to, for you be able to want to find yourself, you have to love yourself. You know, when the more you find yourself, the more you love yourself.
That's what I was going to touch on, because yesterday you were doing the video, it's like, love yourself. Then it came up that, even if you don't know you love yourself, you do from some space in yourself, right? It's why you go out seeking the things you do, maybe inadvertently in the wrong places, right? But that got me thinking about, love language.
Yeah.
How many people have been in different relationships and, great person, they just didn't know how to love me right, or I didn't know how to love them right at the time.
Facts.
Well, how about yourself? How many things, you love yourself, but are your habits in accordance with your self-love? How much do you give to yourself on a daily basis? Because if you don't learn your love language, you don't learn yourself well enough. You don't know how to activate or trigger and bring these best things out of you. So, knowledge of self goes hand in hand with love for self. That's what I would say.
I think that one of the first keys is to acknowledge that there is a problem. You know what I mean? Whether it is whatever it is, you have to acknowledge that there is a problem. Look in the mirror, talk to yourself, do whatever you gotta do. You know what I mean? And then, because sometimes, for example, like, there's a lot of guys, even myself, who wasn't raised with a father. You know what I mean? At some point in time, I had to look in the mirror and acknowledge that. You feel me? Because me not having a father, I don't know that I need that in my life to be able to learn that aspect of love. You understand what I'm saying? So at some point in time of my life, as becoming a young man, I had to learn to start loving myself as a man would. You know what I mean? For myself. Because if I don't do it for myself, and I haven't been taught to do it for myself, no one else is gonna do it for me. You know what I mean? Right. So just taking accountability for your own emotions, your oneself, not just your physicality, your spirituality, but just taking accountability for oneself, period.
Right.
You know what I mean? All together, behavior,
is
yes.
Important. How are you behaving? How are you representing yourself?
Yes. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Nah,
I just
you
want to say this one little thing.
Yeah.
What you see someone do, the littlest thing you see someone do, assume that's how they do everything. You know what I mean? The littlest thing that they do, even just for themselves, you should assume that's how they do. That's how they do everything.
Did they finish?
Yeah,
Did they finish
you know what I
they
mean?
doing?
Yeah.
They take their time. Do they rush?
Yeah. Finally about to say something.
Yeah, and it's by design that we were conditioned to not know ourselves. Like these school systems that we entered, they don't teach us anything about our history, the people that we actually know, our actual lineage, so that we can actually tap in to our ancient beings because we're all from a lineage. Clearly, obviously,
Facts.
we should know who our greatest
We're not consciously aware of that
family is.
connection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not by accident.
And that's one of the most powerful things is to know where your family came from. Because if you know where your family came from, that'll help you be able to build on your foundation on where you're going.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact. And it's deep, man, because like that's what happened to me. You know, I was raised in the village initially. As soon as I was born here, my mom sent me to the village to get raised. Yeah, there was no electricity. We had to fetch water every single day. And yeah, powerful. And it's like I couldn't wait to come to this country. You know, I was like, yo, I can't wait to come to America. It's always gonna be electricity and everything. And now,
feel less connected.
yeah. Now that I'm here, I'm like, yo, I want to go back to that type of lifestyle where like you have the fruits and you have your veggies. We had the chicken and goats in the
Nature.
backyard. You know,
Nature.
like I don't
have to plug
yeah,
into earth.
Yeah. I don't watch TV anymore, so I don't even value those things. You know, the most thing I'll value is probably a phone just to keep creating content.
You know how many people that are living right now that are living off of a machine? That they need a machine to be able to breathe? Can you imagine that? That you done lost you done went so deep far into yourself that you need something, you need like a machine to help you to breathe.
Just to stay alive.
That's why meditation is important. Taking the time to breathe on your own, so that you won't be gasping for breath. And them times where you might need to gasp for breath, meditation prepares you for that.
Right.
So when you're fighting or whatever have you, because it's gonna happen. It's inevitable for danger to take place, disaster, catastrophe. You know, it's not always gonna be peaches and cream. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you should be grateful for the now, the peace that's right now, that you're not in prison right now, that you have the opportunity to sit and watch this video right now.
Yeah.
You should be thankful of that.
Yeah. And even, you know, we
Don't wait for no Thanksgiving.
yeah, that's a fact.
Don't wait for no holidays.
Every day.
Every day, yeah. Appreciate everything you have, especially your life. You know, because that's one of the best. That's the best present. That's the best gift that you can have. You know, and to be able to create life as well. That's I don't know how much money could make you happy besides your kids. There's no other happiness than your kids helping you out for the rest of your life, making sure you there. Not even just helping you out, just seeing them grow and being successful. That shit alone releases dopamines in your brain that makes you feel successful. You know what I mean?
That's deep.
Word.
That's deep. And you know, in any position you're in right now, if you woke up this morning and you're breathing, you're winning.
Word.
Automatically, you have life. You have an opportunity to do something.
Word.
You know, you are winning, and it's powerful because what's the name of the OG that we met in Wingate again? That we did the video
I
with?
forgot his name.
Yeah, but it's powerful. Like he has so much knowledge, and he was talking to us for so long, spitting so much knowledge. And I asked him, "How were you able to gain all this knowledge?" He said, "I was locked up." He said, "Yo, I was locked up," and then he used that opportunity of being locked up
Facts.
to read so much books that he got so
All
much
that
information.
knowledge, yeah.
So it don't even matter. I know we were talking about jail. Thank God we're not in jail. But even that man that was in jail was able to use that opportunity to better himself. So if you're alive, in general, if you're just alive, if you're breathing, man,
Period.
you have an opportunity to
Facts.
You're not hungry. You got food to eat. You got people to talk to. You got
Facts.
people you can go to
Facts.
that can help you out.
Facts.
You are winning. You are winning.
Once you wake up, even if you don't have any of those things, but you have life, and you don't have no water, you don't have no phone, you don't have no friends, you don't have nothing, you don't have no support.
Let's move it around.
But you have life,
You have a brain.
you have a word.
Life is the gateway to all experiences.
That's all you need.
Good or bad. So anything that possible good that can come to you, it has to come through life.
Facts.
You have to be alive to experience.
Facts.
Right? So all experience, the love, every emotion, every thought has to come by way of this internet, why we call life, this thing we can all mediate and talk through. So it's the greatest gift you can get.
Yo, guys, shout out to these guys, because this is what we do. We literally be sitting down, talking to each other, vibing about life and what we experience, and not from a judging space, but give each other our critiques on what we think each other experience is and what we think we can help each other with better, because that's how we bring value in our friendship. So I hope that you guys practice these things, because trust me, your life will reflect it. So subscribe to my brothers, man. What's your Instagram? Anything?
The Human 13, Human is spelled HUEMAN.
Yo, you already know, man. Goku Pump, aka just smash the subscribe button. Don't smash me, girl.
Yeah, it's Fire Vibes, FIYAHVIBEZ. It's YouTube, Instagram.
Let's go.
I mean, Fire Vibes.
Yo,
One on Instagram.
if you guys want a structural workout program that you guys can follow on a daily basis, make sure you check out our Patreon.
Yeah, DJ Fire Vibes too, by the way. I
Exactly.
DJ.
Let's
I
go.
call myself Fire Vibes because I'm an entertainer. I don't just only DJ. I lift people. I bring a fire vibes. You feel me?
Let's go. You see what we repping, man.
Yeah, all day.
Calisthenics department.
Let's go.
Nobody's safe from getting saved. And of course, we can't be able to have conversations like this if we wasn't eating healthy, if we wasn't feeding our body those proper gas, those proper yeah. It wouldn't be there. It's like a car. It wouldn't function without if you don't put the gas in it, the proper type of gas in it. So go to dothesegains.com, man. We got all the nutrients that's gonna boost your testosterone. We talking about men's health. We got all the natural nutrients that's gonna help you become more better as a man. More healthier.
Natural.
All natural. No creatine, none of that. Protein shakes. Matter of fact, let's let them know, man. Let's end it like that.
No meat, no weights, no pills, no shakes.
Man, eat these.
That's it. Do these. Peace, kings and queens.